you all are doing well. It's Thursday. I think, yes, it's Thursday because yesterday was my spin day. Yes. Whew. So it's Thursday. One more day left. One more day remaining in the work week for the 5-day weekers, Monday through Friday. I do appreciate you all joining me. Let me make sure the volume is, yeah, okay, great. Ooh, welcome and thank you all for being here. Thank you to those that join me live, and also thank you to those that catch the replay. I do appreciate it. It's going to be a short live today. Don't have a whole lot to talk about, but here I am. So the title is Get Into Position. So you may be thinking, get into position for what? For whatever it is that you want to get in position for or to do for either yourself or your family in general and generationally, or more for the short term. Like if you want to get in position for your kid to go to a private school or a charter school. Of course, you're going to research the school you would like to go to, what all their requirements are, any costs related to it, especially for the private school, and then move accordingly. Then you're going to start to do the things to get yourself in position. Hello, Joshua. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, as I always say. It's going to be a short live. I hope your day is going well thus far. Mine is going great. It's a little breezy out here, but the temperature is bearable as I don't have on a light jacket or anything. But back to the topic and the title of this live, Get in Position. You always want to get yourself in position for whatever it is that you want to do, would like to do, have plans to do, like I said before, for yourself and or your family. And as it is with most things, these things require planning, money, maybe some other type of resource, your time, your energy, your effort, maybe that of someone else's that you may have to pay or possibly not. You're blessed and highly favored, yes. So yes, getting oneself into position for whatever it is that they would like. And of course, I gave the example of you're wanting to have your kid, hello King Morgan, go to a private school or a charter school or something other like that. Or at least a private school where there is a cost. Okay, that's for your child. And it is your hope that with a private school, and if you continue that from K to 12, or if you start a little late, or K to 8, and then some people, after they take them out of private school, have them go to public school to get that experience. From 8 to 12, 8th grade to 12th grade, then that's that. But it's about getting yourself into position. Of course, doing the planning, the research, and then the executing of the plan to get yourself into position. Now I'm talking about people, just regular people like me, you, and the next person that have regular jobs, all this other stuff, possibly no athletic ability to where we can get drafted into a professional football, baseball, basketball, hockey, or any other sport, swimming, etc. So we can get drafted and make lots of money pretty much all at one time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just a regular person that is out here working a regular job. How do we get ourselves into position and keep ourselves in position? Because once you get into position, you want to stay in that position, which brings me to getting oneself into position. Of course, the main thing, the budgeting, getting out of debt and staying out of debt, staying debt free, becoming debt free and staying debt free. Two totally different things. I'm not an extremist with regards to debt or what have you. Yeah, there is some debt that is good debt, as they say. And of course, we do have to spend money as we go along, and things come up to where it's just not feasible to a person can have $10,000 off rip, possibly without using credit or credit card or something or another like that. But prior to that, you want to be budgeting and all this other stuff to get yourself into a position to where, hey, I am debt free now, so I can breathe a little easier. I can take some of those funds and put it towards investing, obviously for one's retirement or other. I'll just put or other because everyone's situation is different. Some people are planning for their own retirement. It's my hope that they are. Or for their children's college education so that their child don't have to pay any college course, i.e. when the child graduates from college, they are debt free so that they can start a new, fresh, without having to have in their brain the constant reminder that they have tens of thousands or possibly hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. So that is something that we want to focus on with regards to getting oneself into position. And as I stated before, getting oneself into position with regards to blank. That blank belongs to you to fill in. But of course, I like talking about finances and that type of thing. So getting ourselves into position to where we are managing our money better, way better than before, way better than last month, last year, 2 years ago, etc. So that if our goal is to become debt-free, we can. And we know that these things take time. And just like, for example, these people that are professional athletes, let's just take basketball. And let's just pick a famous basketball player or football player. The rare few that started late, I'm just going to say late, using that loosely, like maybe when they were in high school and then they became, they started in high school, 8th grade or so, and then they went on to college or what have you. That's kind of sort of starting late compared to someone that's been doing football or basketball since they were 5 or 6. So I guess the parents may have seen something for the ones that started younger, 5 or 6. They may have seen something. I was like, okay, maybe I can parlay this into something beyond that. He has a God-given talent, ability. So they're going to put themselves or put the kid into position to where hopefully one day it will pay off for the child and of course trickle down to the parents. So they do all the things that they need to do. They take the kid here and there to all these different basketball, football camps. They buy the uniforms, all the money that's associated with the travel, the food, etc., uniforms, everything. They invest because in their minds they're putting themselves into position so that their kid can get drafted, make lots of money off rip, and then go on about his life in this case. And then of course they want the trickle down effect of that. Like, oh, hopefully my son will buy me a house and a whole lot of other things, etc., etc., etc. So, but back to the part about putting oneself into position. We have to know, plan, and for some things we can look back and see what others have done and gather information from that and do that if we can, which may, of course, mean that there is some expense to you initially and for a period of time over years for the payoff to possibly happen. So one never knows, but we always want to just in general put ourselves in a better position, whether it's financially, spiritually, emotionally, all of that good stuff. We want to make sure that we are putting ourselves in a better position, whatever that may be for you and for each of us. It feels so good out here. It feels so good out here. Goodness. Of course, it's getting all these notifications while I'm out here. Use the other hand, Wanda. Hello, Gamer Bro. How are you today? Thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. And for anyone that's listening, thank you so much. I do appreciate you all being here. If you're listening in the background or in the bushes, as they say, I do appreciate it. Not going to be a long live. It may be mostly silent from here on out, but nonetheless. So yeah, that was my chit chat with regards to putting oneself into position. As I always do, I check to see what all is going on in the news. Not finding a whole lot of it interesting, at least not to me. But I'm sure you all are listening, listening, however it is that you get your news, YouTube, etc. Know what's going on. I did hear that Jerry Springer died. Some of the young folks may not know who that is unless they actually go to YouTube and find out who it was. Possibly Joshua, nonetheless. Yeah, he died from what the news says. And of course, it may have been a week or two now, in Sudan, they are warring over there. A lot of civil unrest there, so much so that President Biden, this was last week, I do believe, or earlier this week, had all of the people from the embassy evacuated from there via special forces. I'll just say it that way. But then there are, and possibly still, I will have to check. Hello, Wellness with Frugal Mama. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. But there are still, I don't know whether it's tens or thousands or just thousands, but I do believe it's tens of thousands of Americans that are still there unless they have been evacuated. And I did see yesterday or the day before that there was supposed to be a 72-hour ceasefire. I don't know whether that held or not, but it's my hope that the Americans and any other nations and their people that are there are able to get out of there safely at some point or another. Because I did hear that the airport, I guess getting into and out of the airport is rather difficult. That's what I heard. I don't know what the status of that is now, but yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Just always have to be aware and mindful that if something jumps off, there's always some geopolitical, some political element or aspect to why something is happening, even if it seems minute. I'm not saying that is the case with this, but yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. So I saw that. I guess these companies are reporting their earnings. I'm seeing a lot of that. And I listen to a lot of different shows. Listening to CNBC on my way over here. And yesterday, most of the time when I get in my car, I have CNBC on or C-SPAN. If I'm out there that early to watch Washington Journal, which I love. But yeah. But the topic, just for Wellness Frugal Mom, if she's still here, was just about getting oneself into position for blank, whatever your blank is, just getting yourself into position for that. How do you get yourself into position to, and I talk about budgeting and money here sometimes, to becoming debt-free and then staying debt-free. And I did mention about if you had an athletically gifted child and you notice this early on, how do you put yourself into position? Because possibly this God-given talent can translate to being drafted and making lots of money up front, or putting yourself into position to have your children or a child, one of your children, go to private school if that is what you want, because you know that the payoff is going to be good. for them, that they will get a better education there, etc., etc. And also, you may want to put yourself into a position to where you can pay for your kids' college education, of course, without having to borrow money or what have you, if you want to become debt-free, and the other part, stay debt-free, because they're two totally different things. How do I manage that? How do I put myself into position for that to happen, if that is what you want to do? And of course, you know your kid, and once they get to a certain point, you know whether they at present, because when they have a whole lifetime ahead of them between 16 and 18, of course, and it's possible that you can gauge whether it's going to be, if you're going to be putting good money after bad, but that's a whole nother thing. Hello, Mr. Steve. Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here, for stopping by. I appreciate it. Hello, aloha. Cash Rich Mama, how are you? How are you doing? You got that cruise coming up. You're gonna have to let us, if you're able to do some videos. I know you're gonna be resting, relaxing, and really enjoying yourself. Let us know how things are going, will go, etc. while you're on the cruise. Hello, Shay Love, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, folks. Thank you so much. Budgets with Bess. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. But yeah, that was just my spiel once again about get into position for blank, whatever it is that you are trying to do. What do you need to do in order to accomplish that? Money, time, energy, effort, your own, or maybe that of someone else, and of the someone else that you may have to pay for that. So that is what I was talking about at the beginning part of the video. Now I'm just chit-chatting, but giving an update for the people that just came in, etc. Yeah. Oh, it is really warming up out here. Thank goodness I do. I'm glad for that. And please make sure that you go check out each other's channels, just in case I don't shout you out. Hello, Netta's Nest, formerly known as Netta Can Budget. See, I'm forgetting your old name already. Netta Can Budget. Go check her out, along with Cash Rich Mama. She's out there in lovely Hawaii, and she is showing us, as are the other budgeters in the community, how saving $1, $2, $5 at a time can really make a difference in one's budget. And whatever you put that money towards, especially getting rid of that debt, so you can put yourself into position for whatever the blank, whatever your blank is. Budgeting is key, and it really makes a difference. Trust. So go check out Cash Rich Mama. Also Netta's Nest now, formerly Netta Can Budget. Yeah, and Budgets with Bess. We all utilize the cash envelope system method for, there's a dog loose out here, a little small one, so I'm not gonna say Peter. I don't want Peter. Don't want Peter on me. But yes, we all utilize the cash envelope method to help us reach our goals, to help put us into position for whatever it is. Getting rid of that debt, trying to stay out of that debt, and just managing and tracking our resources better. And of course, can put money towards investment, or more money towards investment, once we get rid of the debt. You all know how it goes. I'm preaching to the choir here. But sometimes it's good. It is good for us to hear the message again, and sometimes from someone else. But go check out Netta's Nest, and she's doing grocery hauls now, and I'm sure she may add other things to it until she gets back to budgeting, as she says. And Budgets with Bess out there in sunny California. Go check out her channel also too. And Mr. Steve at Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. Go check him out, everyone. Go check him out. Very motivational. It's a spiritual young man. So go check out his channel, Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. I think he's working on his WHs. So go check him out. And if you're so inclined, help him with that. Joshua Gabriel, he's an artist on here. And he also does live with his exercise. And I think he put in the comments that he's going live again today, 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with his artwork. And check out Shay Love, very motivational people. Go over there and check out her channel. Trust you will be uplifted and learn something. And I'm sure that most of us learn something from wherever it is that we go, good, bad, or indifferent, that we learn something. But definitely check out Shay Love. Check out her channel. I do appreciate you all being here. I really do. Thank you so much. Oh yes, I do remember you said you were going to Canada. Or flying to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Oh, in 4 hours. Oh, okay. So she's off to the races in 4 hours, folks. She's off to the races. Of course, as always, Auntie Mel, Cash Rich Mama, be safe and, of course, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. I see Mr. Steve is saying Wanda, Louisiana style. I guess she's in here. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Just check the comments to make sure I didn't miss anyone. Not familiar with your channel, but if you have a YouTube channel, please let me know so that I can check it out. Ooh. Once I'm done here. Ooh. And if she does have a channel and someone knows that she does, please I'll put that in the notes. That'll help me greatly. Making sure I'm not missing. Wellness with Frugal Mama, go check her out. I see her in other people's lives, what have you, and I'm going to be connected. No, I can't say that. Miss Patty is going to get me. Leave a package with her in a day or so. But check out Wellness with Frugal Mama. So I understand that she does exercise in the morning. But you can join in, I think Monday through Friday for exercise. I don't know what time it is. I want to say it's 7 a.m. in the morning. Well, for me, Eastern Standard in my brain. But let us know if you are here, Wellness Frugal Mama, the time that you go live with your exercise. I want to say it's 7 a.m. Eastern for me. I don't know where you're located. But thank you so much for being here. You all go check out her channel. And I see that she does hauls at the dollar store. That was the first video that I watched. Dollar store, $5 off of $25 Saturday. I may need to change. I've been thinking, not just since I saw that video, but possibly changing one of my days to Saturday so I can participate in that and other stuff. But nonetheless, that's a whole nother thing. And King Morgan stopped by. Thank you so much. Go check out his channel. He does a whole lot of things, gaming and then vlogging. When I first got familiar with his content, it was the mukbangs with, I think, Mother of Twins or something like that. But yeah, go check out King Morgan also went to. Lots of great channel, lots of places to go to. Interact with people in different communities. So thank you all again so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Let's go back, see what's going on. Focus one. Be the Difference Clothing. Hello, how are you? Yeah, just was at your live last night. Fell asleep. That's wrong. You don't have to tell everything, Wanda. And I don't trust. Yeah, Be the Difference Clothing. Okay. Go check out her channel also too. It's on her live last night. Motivational also went to. Glad that you're doing good. Marlon's World, Reality Sickness. Hi, how are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's all good. Thanks for being there. Yeah. It was towards the end, but yeah. Maybe I need to stop waking up so early in the morning, but nonetheless, just talking about getting into position for whatever it is that you want to do in life, you yourself, aspire to do in life, etc. And also that for your family, your children, whatever it is, getting yourself into position. What do you need to do to get yourself into position? And it is helpful, obviously, to go on YouTube and get information, YouTube or other areas of the internet to get information. And it's also a good thing to, if it's something that you want to do that someone else has already done and has been successful at doing it, try to arrange a meeting with that particular person. And if that particular person has a website or something or another, or they're on YouTube, then, and if they talk about this particular thing, how they did it, enough to where you can glean some information from there, then that's a good thing. But sometimes face-to-face contact with someone, actually talking, turning the phone off, being in a different environment and actually talking to someone and getting good information on how you can get yourself into position for something, or just in general, just having a coffee with someone without the phone. Sometimes people don't know how to carry on conversations or face-to-face conversations now. They do know how to text and all of that stuff, but very interesting to me. Netta's Nessie, YouTube has been a remarkable resource for several of her journeys. Yes, it is a great resource. It is a great resource. That's for sure. That's for sure. It is a great resource. For sure. In addition, I'll put it that way, in addition, that face-to-face contact is probably very much needed for some. And some people thrive off of that. Some people learn best that way. We found out what, for the children, K to 12, and I know the college students, we found out what, and I know that it was the pandemic that caused this, the way that the learning or the education process happened. It was due to the pandemic, but we found out after the fact how this virtual learning has had an impact on our kids with regards to math, reading, and probably a whole host of stuff. But we know that that math and that reading is going to carry you throughout your life. So yeah, there's good and bad with it. And being an older person, of course we get it. We understand that, hey, there's a time crunch. We got this, that, and the other going on in our life. We got work, our husband, our wife, spouses, I'll just put it that way, the children. So trying to face-to-face with someone, what have you, is going to be tricky. So we get it as an older person that's been out here in the world for a period of time and understand the dynamics of it all. Unlike some 12, 13, 16, or 18-year-old, that this is all that they know. They don't think that there are any other options as to how to gather information or what have you. And then we're talking about, and this, I'm going off on a tangent here maybe, and we're talking about getting in the rooms with other people. Then we have to get up out of our houses, maybe drive someplace, or maybe pay some money to be in the rooms with the people that can move and shake things, with the people that can possibly get you into position. I am sure that most of them, battery low, I am sure that most of them aren't DMing and texting just a regular Joe. If I was interested in it, They're not going to be DMing me or whatever it is, texting, emailing me 1,000 upon 1,000 times. No, pay the money to come see me. I will give you game and get you into position. But of course, after that and after we learn the information to get ourselves into position, we have to execute. We have to execute. Execute in order to get the results that we want. And of course, stay vigilant, get disciplined, and stay disciplined. And trust, I am talking to myself as I say these things with regards to getting myself into position on a few things. Hello, I can't even pronounce it. OZ. I'll just put OC. OZC. Hello, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Also enjoy a good walk and talk. Need to get back to work. Take care, Netta. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Don't work too hard. And she's down there in sunny Florida. Sunny Florida all the time. And please go check out her channel. Go check out. Oh, that's Budgets with Bess. Okay. Budgets with Bess has got to go. Yeah, go check out her channel. Sunny, California. In this case, go check her out. Yeah, there are a lot of people that are, I think that some people, when they start YouTube and they really have something going, they really have something to say, they really have something that is going to be of value to you at the moment that they are giving the information and during the time period that they are giving out the information on YouTube for free. If your mind is prepared, if you are looking in that direction, if you are looking for that type of information, once again, after we get the information, take it and execute, then you're going to be way well ahead of the game. Because as soon as when they find out that the information is valuable, a lot of people are tracking, listening to it, etc., etc. However, they do their own metrics in addition to the YouTube analysis, whatever that is saying. They're going to start charging for the information. They're going to give you probably all or most of it up front for free. And we just have to be in the mindset thinking to where we can receive it and utilize it before there's a charge on it. And even after there is a charge for it, you can't be dissuaded because we can always learn something new, different, etc. But if we utilize the game that they were given for free and we got ourselves into a better position from following that, then you may have the money to level up, as they say, or go to the next level. But like I said before, for the regular person that's just out here working their 40-hour a week, maybe have a side hustle, and everyone in the house got a job and a side hustle to make ends meet, to do food, clothing, shelter, and beyond that, that's pretty much it. The whole premise of this thing was directed towards me, you, and the next person that aligns with. Getting yourself into position for blank. Getting out of that debt. Staying out of debt. Getting yourself into position to help your family, children, etc. I'm going to get off of this thing before my phone goes blank. I do appreciate you all being here. But yeah, what are some things that you are doing, or what are some things that you would like to do to get yourself into position to whatever the blank is for you? How are you going to get the information to do that? What other resources are required? Does those resources require money from you, money that you don't have readily right now? How are you going to manage it if you believe that this resource is going to be helpful in your getting to the position that you want to get into? Damn it with Arthur Butler. Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for being here. Thank you so much. Hopefully you have a YouTube channel. Let me know if you have a YouTube channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Make sure you go check out each other's channel. I do thank you for your time. And as always, stay hydrated, be safe, take care. Okay, got 10% now. Take care. Bye-bye.